Hello, Life Outside podcast listeners and viewers. It's Dani. I had a little less than 2 weeks to get back to where I needed to be in the Pacific Northwest, and I'd made it pretty challenging for myself because I decided to take the coast up, and it included some of my favorite parts. I'm a lover of almost all things coastal. I've been up and down the west coast of the US many times, so it's always difficult to choose where to dip in when I'm limited on time. If time and money weren't concepts, I'd likely spend more time on the coast, but reality bites. So this time I entered at Fort Bragg on the Mendocino coast and first spent a few days in that area. So let's talk a little bit about how to find a place to camp for the night when on the road. I would definitely double check laws of the areas that you're staying at or interested in staying at. If there's a no parking sign, then don't stay there. If it's directly in front of someone's house, probably not a good idea unless it's the kind of street where a lot of people park. If it's a pull off, make sure that there are no parking signs. And if you are lucky enough to stay, be discreet, be respectful. Don't stay for very long. Don't make a mess. Even clean up if possible. And keep in mind, a spot that might work for one person might not work for you or that same person in the future. There are a lot of paid campground options in the area, and that is really the best way to go if you want to have a fully immersive experience. Take your time and really enjoy the area without worrying about where you're staying every night. Staying in developed campgrounds also gives you a chance to see more of the area that you might not get to if you're just rushing through. Some of my favorite experiences, especially in this part of the country, have come from stopping randomly at campgrounds and staying for a night or two and getting to see so much more than I would have if I was just rushing along on the road from spot to spot. One detour I always try to take and get so excited when I talk to other people that have been there is the Lost Coast. It's part of Kings Range National Conservation Area. There's Matole Beach, there's Ferndale. It's a really special part of the country, and the roads are pretty fun to drive. The beaches are usually pretty quiet, and they're spread out enough that even if there's a lot of people around, you'll probably find somewhere to have a little bliss. This section of Highway 101 is one of my favorites. It forces drivers to go through Redwood State and National Park, and this is just right off the side of the road. I mean, how incredible is this? And it's a national park. Prairie Creek Redwood State Park is probably one of my favorite state parks. It's a real diverse area. There are different campgrounds, one by the beach, then others up in the redwoods. There's backpacking. There are magnificent herds of Roosevelt elk, and I can't guarantee you'll see any, but I feel like I see some almost every time I'm at this park. And of course, there's magnificent examples of redwood trees. Our last night in California for a while. I'd lingered a little bit too long in California, no regrets, but I did have a couple dispersed camping spots in Washington I wanted to spend some time at before ending the trip. So I had to pretty much rush up through Oregon. I did get a chance to stay at one of my favorites, Cape Blanco State Park. I've stayed there quite a few times over the years, and I really honestly could probably stay for up to a week even, but I only had the night, so I made dinner and enjoyed a sunset and just appreciated that I got to be back in one of my favorite places. I was sure to take a quick walk in the morning. Washington State in general has a lot of really great dispersed camping, and that is also true for the Olympic Peninsula on the northwest part of the state. So this is my last camp for my extended road trip that I've had this year. Not my last camp for the year, and there's a chance I might go somewhere else tomorrow, but I kind of had it in my mind if this is open that I would just stay here for over a day. I came here last fall and definitely wanted to get back here. I mean, I half expected it to be taken because it's Riverside and it's private. Exactly. Unless you get hit.